Hey guys, we got a lot of views on the Wing Chun video that I did about the history of Wing Chun and what I knew about Wing Chun, why I'm gonna take Wing Chun. Um, and so I decided that I'm gonna go ahead and do another history video, and this one's not really about why I'm wanting to take something or how I feel about something or something like that. This is a complete history video, so this is all historical, facts. And so this one's completely about history, and I decided for my first history video that I would do something that I'm very passionate about, and one of my favorite historical artifacts, which is the Holy Lance, or the Spear of Longitus, or the Spear of Destiny. And the Holy Lance is the spear that stabbed the side of Jesus Christ when he was crucified to make sure he was dead by a Roman soldier. And so I wanted to kind of go into that as this history video. And so I wrote everything that I know about it down as a script. And then I added a little bit here and there from doing a little more research about it. And then I wrote it all down kind of as a script to kind of give it more of a History Channel-ish vibe, I guess. So I put together like a picture montage that will be up and stuff like that. And so I did that, and that's what follows. So if you guys want to know kind of the truth about it and the historical accuracy of it, you can kind of skip more towards the end of the video. I don't know exactly where, but more towards the end it'll be the complete historical fact and exactly what the spear is and stuff like that. But if you want to know the entire history of the spear, then stay tuned and I'll go through everything that I know and a few things that I just researched recently about the spear and everything about it. So that video is going to follow, so thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy this video. The spear's life began at the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. The Gospel of St. John states that a Roman soldier pierced the side of Jesus Christ with a spear to see if he was truly dead. The spear then gained holy power. Constantine, Charlemagne, Napoleon, and Hitler all believed deeply in this power of a spear. It's quoted that those who hold the spear also hold the destiny of the world, whether it is for good or evil. Today a spear is in Vienna that is thought to be the Holy Spear. It was returned by U.S. forces after the fall of the Third Reich. It's now among some of the most amazing jewels in all of Europe. However, it could be a fake. The stories of why it could be a fake come from stories from World War II. In one, a U.S. soldier and German captive undertook a dangerous mission to find the spear that was with priceless art. On the 30th of April in 1945, the U.S. soldier acquired the spear, gave it to his general George Patton. Only 90 minutes later, its former owner, Adolf Hitler, was dead. Another story states that others got there first, that the SS removed the true spear and replaced it with a fake. And this is a spear that the soldier then delivered to General Patton, who returned it to Vienna. Now, the original holder of the spear, Longinus, was blind. After stabbing the side of Jesus Christ, he had his blood all over his hands. It is said that Longinus then rubbed his eyes with his hands that are covered in the blood of Jesus, and it restored his sight. He is said to have kept the spear for the remainder of his life. However, we don't really know if Longinus is a real person, or perhaps the original holder of the spear has been forgotten with time. The spear was then passed down to many Christians and ended up in ancient Egypt, to a soldier destined to become a saint. Saint Maurice, whose name is inscribed on the spear in Vienna, in 287 AD, he was instructed to lead his military to modern-day France to eliminate a barbarian revolt. However, when he arrived, the barbarians had already been defeated. It turns out the barbarians actually were Christians newly come to the faith. The Roman commander was racked with doubt and guilt. Reaching the closest Roman encampment, Maurice met the emperor himself, who had people worship him as a god. Maurice made a vow to serve his emperor loyally, but the true God would always come first. Maurice was then ordered to be executed, along with all 6,000 of his men. In 1970, the spear was taken apart for cleaning. It was revealed that under the golden sheath on top was a silver sheath. On it was an inscription that read the Lance of St. Maurice. The spear was then x-rayed to further understand its craftsmanship. The spear was at one point broken by a nail that was driven into the spear. After the death of Maurice, the emperor that had him executed added the spear to a Roman treasure house where it was forgotten for a generation, until it was then claimed by Constantine the Great. Now, Constantine is the reason that Europe is mostly Christian today. Constantine's faith actually inspired his mother to become a Christian, who then journeyed to the Holy Lands to seek relics of Christ. She is said to return with pieces of the true cross and nails from the crucifixion. She is said to have set these nails into Constantine's armor to make him more invulnerable. Helena could have then embedded a nail into the holy spear as well. Armored with the spear, Constantine crushed all rivals and ruled from modern-day Turkey. In the 5th century, the Roman Empire collapsed during the Dark Ages. More than 3 centuries later, the spear resurfaced in the hand of one of the greatest conquerors of the Middle Ages, Charlemagne. On Christmas Day in the year of 800, Charlemagne was crowned overlord of the Holy Roman Empire. Now, the wings on the spear were added by Charlemagne. Charlemagne claimed that the spear was the spear owned by Constantine, who Charlemagne's empire was mostly based off of. In the 9th century, the spear became a symbol of the divine right of king and was passed down to all of Charlemagne's successors. The golden sheath on the outside of the spear was its last addition. In the Eastern European 14th century Prague, where the spear was owned by Emperor Charles IV, Charles was a relic collector. He ended up building a castle named Karlsruhe to hold his relics. In a secret chamber behind 19 solid feet of wall, the spear was kept. While kept here, Charles added the golden sleeve and its inscription, "Lance and Nail of the Lord." Charles believed relics would play a part in the Last Judgment and that saints would come down where their relics were kept. After Charles' death, the spear became more about money than religion and was hidden in a fish cart to move to its new purchaser. Now, the spear was eventually placed in a silver box and hoisted to the ceiling of a church, where choir boys were made to sleep under it to make sure that the lance was secure. The lance would only be taken out on Easter, when many people would walk months to see the spear. However, the antiquities owner was using this event just to make money. The relic was locked in this chest for nearly 300 years after protesting ended up taking place because of this church charging money to see the spear. Now, in 1805, Napoleon conquered this area. The spear was smuggled out and taken to Vienna to keep it away from Napoleon. In 1806, the last Roman Empire advocated. The spear remained in Vienna for nearly 150 years until 1930, when Adolf Hitler wanted the spear for himself. In 1938, Hitler went to get the spear and put it on display in Nuremberg on heavy guard by the SS. Hitler deeply believed in the power of the spear. However, it was really found 2 months after his death, not 90 minutes before like the stories say. The spear in Vienna is also not a fake. It has been dated to be correctly during the Roman times. However, the spear is not dated from the time of the crucifixion. Now, the nail inside the spear is also too well kept to be that old. However, upon further looking, it is noticed that the nail has seams on each side that represents that something much older and dated near the time of the crucifixion was hammered into the nail that's in the center of the spear. Was the nail hammered in a nail from the crucifixion of Christ? It's impossible to really tell without running tests that could harm the spear, which will not happen. I suppose you have to look at the spear the same way you would look at religion, and you have faith on if you believe the nail added from the crucifixion of Christ. Personally, I do believe it was. Otherwise, the importance of the spear to so many important leaders would have been lies to just help control their people. And some of these leaders I don't feel like would have done that. I feel like Constantine, and he would have started it, and so I feel like his mother actually did bring back a piece of a nail from the crucifixion of Christ, and they hammered that nail into a new nail that was then placed inside the middle of the spear. Well, there you go, guys. That's everything that I know about the Holy Lance and my opinions on it at the end there. I do believe that it is the nail in the center is a mix of newer metal from Roman times and from a nail. I mean, it's proven that it was that in there is a nail from the times of the crucifixion, but I believe that it actually was a nail that was driven in, that was added from Christ's crucifixion. So there you go, guys. That's that video. History of the Holy Lance. Let me know in the comments down if you think that it is. If you think that it was just a different nail from the crucifixion that they found and decided to use it more of a rally to Constantine, or if you think that it might have actually been the nail from the crucifixion of Christ. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think, and be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know if you guys want to see more history videos like this. And be sure to share this video and share the channel so that we can kind of get more people in to tell us what they want to see, and so I can make more videos about what people want to see. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.